Having said that, let's talk real quick. I know we talked about the blue motor. A lot of you guys in this room have seen the blue motor a ton of times, but I just want to quickly go over it one more time. Here again, we got the blue motor. It's different than the orange motor, fully programmable, using one motor to talk to your downline motors. So it's got the parent-child scenario, program one. It tells the other downline. Everything's plug and play, as you can see. No longer do you need to have low voltage wiring and a bunch of dielectric connectors that you're crimping and putting in. They're simple male and female rubber gasketed connectors that are sure fit connections each and every time. So a very simple installation, quick, simple, easy. About an average of about $100 with control per motor on average.
On average.
ComEd pays $240 a motor. Why wouldn't you want to get into this technology? It's easier than you think. And for all you lighting guys that retrofit ballast, that's harder than putting this motor in. It's literally taking these 4 bolts off, and an Allen wrench to take that fan motor off, take the 4 bolts off that are on that shaded pull motor, slide that motor out, unplug it from the Lyle plug, which is as simple as unplugging anything. Slide this motor in, tighten the 4 bolts, slide your fan blade to the flat side, tighten your Allen wrench, put your cover on, obviously after you've done plugged in your controller, which is a simple plug in and it's going to come to the outside. Move on to the next one. Move your female over to the male over to the next motor. Simple, easy install. It's literally a 5-minute install. $240 payout for a $100 material acquisition. Can't cost you much more than $25 to install. So this is a gold mine. This is an absolute gold mine. We should call it the gold motor, not the blue motor. It's totally and fully programmable. It's not hard for you to do an assessment anymore. You don't have to worry about whether or not it's counterclockwise or clockwise, or whether or not the switch gets broken off or whatnot. It's fully programmable with your smartphone using one of our programmers. And doing so gives you the flexibility to not only change whether it's counterclockwise or clockwise, but we can also change the high RPM speed and the low RPM speed, and we can change the variance for controls. So our controller is simply looking for a 3-degree variance of incoming and outgoing refrigeration. When it doesn't see that variance anymore, it allows this to go into a low speed, is where the real energy is saved. So when it sees the variance, then obviously it'll kick it back into high.
Right.
Very simple, easy for you to do, pays big money from ComEd. Again, energy savings, I just want to put this in perspective, guys, because you all know energy savings. A shaded pull motor averages about 150 watts. That runs 24/7. They can't shut that off, they're cooling them out. So that's a single pull shaded, or single speed shaded pull motor. When we go to the variable speed ECM, when we're at high speed, we're only at 55 watts. When we can go to low speed, which in most cases, on a medium traffic facility that's not always calling for refrigeration, you're probably going to be at low speed 40 to 50% of the time, which is about 2 watts of power. Now we're talking about something that's 24/7. So when someone's closed at midnight, from midnight to 6, this is probably going to be sitting in low speed, burning 2 watts, not 165. That's why ComEd's targeting this, because there's huge energy savings, massive energy savings here. It does exceed lighting energy savings, so that's why ComEd wants to see us do it.
Absolutely. Just for the incentive, the $240 incentive is available for the small business program. The standard business program is right around $100 to $125, just to clarify. And that's still pretty good. I mean, think about it. Who wouldn't want to pay for these motors? If their payback is less than a year, you can charge somebody $100 a motor, and they'll still do it. Because their payback's going to be literally less than a year. Even that, right? So it's a great motor. Not only is it a great motor when you install it with a control, but let's say if it's having a problem, right? You want to test it to see what's going on. Is it the speed? If the cooler has a bunch of ice building up, right? You don't have to worry about taking everything apart and then try to figure out what's wrong with the motor. You can literally plug into one of these wireless, which will connect to your phone, and you can see what's exactly going on with the motor. You can program it clockwise, counterclockwise. You can increase the speed, decrease the speed. You can see exactly why the motor is doing or behaving in a certain way.
Later on, if you want to come up and see, I got the program here on my phone. You can see what we can do to the motor and how we connect to it and stuff. So if anybody wants to later come check that out, I'll show that to you. Also, just because we're on refrigeration, Peter, real quick, I just wanted to touch base.
Let's talk about the region motor before we talk.
All right, you go. You do.
The region motor, I'm sure they're everywhere in your region coolers, right? This year, ComEd made a priority Really, they made it a priority to change a lot of the region. So far, they were a big incentive to last year on the walk-in motor. This year, small business is offering $150 per motor. $150 per motor. It's a no-brainer, guys. Even the standard program is offering, if I'm not mistaken, $50, $75 per motor, right? These motors are pretty cost effective. They're ranging somewhere between $65 to $75 per motor. So you're literally getting a material like half the cost, and there's still incentive left that you can play with, right? Energy savings, just like the ECM, 3.3, energy savings are used. These run 24/7, right? So why not change them? And again, you can increase or decrease the speed in this one. This is a single speed motor, but you can change the speed at the time of installation.
As well as direction, if need be.
As well as the direction, all through the app.
In the old refrigeration motors that are common in the marketplace, you would have to know whether you were counterclockwise or clockwise, and that's possibly can be confusing. And then you would have to order specific. On this, you're not going to have to.
And not only that, it has a lot of different mounting options, like the side mounting option, back mounting options, plate mounting options. So this motor can retrofit about 96 to 97% of the motor that is out there, which is really good. Which is really good.
So just real quick, as we close off on refrigeration, I want to remind you, we got simple strip curtains, freezer curtain, cooler curtain. This is easy money, guys, if you're not already doing it. I mean, you're talking about using some number 14 PEX, putting up a simple bracket, hanging a couple of strips and making ComEd real happy. We also have a hydraulic door closer while you're at the door. You might as well put that on there as well and put some money in your pocket. Two simple technologies that get overlooked a lot. I'm also going to show you one other one. I'm sure you're all familiar when you walk into a store, there's no door. It's just a reach-in cooler, wide open. In the evening time, when they're closed, those coolers can be covered with what we call our night cover. Comes in 4-foot and 3-foot cassettes. Simple install. This couldn't be any easier to install. This installs in less than 5 minutes. This will save your customer a tremendous amount of money. It's got a metal, so you can magnetize as you pull it down at the bottom. It's not metal. We got little tabs that come with the kit that you can tack to. This also works good for like flat beds, like in grocery stores where you have meat and different things that you're reaching for. You just come across 4-foot, 3-foot. It's two simple clips that mount that you use 2 tech screws on. The cassette clicks into those the mounts. Then you put the vanity cover on. It's over. It's literally a 5-minute install. Another high-paying ComEd rebate, and it's another dimension that you're showing what you're doing. So you're getting more than just just a couple of motors and maybe some cooler lights that you see. You're getting
you can maximize the project a lot more.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Dollar value.
You make the most you can out of that cooler box. You don't just do the 5 motors. Do the anti-split. Do the lights. Do the strip curtains, the door closer, all of this. So maximize your profit while you're in there. It's like leaving money on the table if you don't.
Absolutely.